You don't live a meaningful life, you design one. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video on Trans Archive. It's another Sunday, another week has been won. Um, so to say, it's been a rough week, but we're sat here at the end of it, in gratitude. Um, Hello. It's a beautiful day today. I'm feeling really good. Morning was one. If you have seen on Instagram, I've just posted about my Sunday morning. If you don't follow, please do. Um, it means a lot to me, the support that you guys show me. So thank you for doing that. Thanks for constantly liking and commenting and sharing or whatever. It means a lot for me. Trying to grow, and yeah. Um, Today's video is going to be informal. It's going to be easy. It's going to be a simple topic, which is you don't find a meaningful life, you discover it. You designed it. Um, Contradicting my own words. And unfortunately, no subtitles today, you guys. Shoot. Uh, the reason being is it just takes forever. And today I kind of want to get stuff done in the afternoon, and I don't really want to sit down for an hour plus typing out subtitles. They take forever. So excuse me for my laziness, but unfortunately that's the way it is today. And I feel like I'm laying at an angle here, but I've got my feet up on the sofa. Maybe I can see. Very informal. I literally just sat down. I hope you guys have had a good week. Let me know in the comments section down below. It's a little bit chilly, so the blanket comes out. We getting snuggled in a bug in a rug. Oh, little update of how the week has been. It's been I had like crippling anxiety from like Monday to Thursday, like rough anxiety. You guys, I don't know what it was. I was training, I was eating well, I was working, I was doing school. Like the routines were just there. Like I was doing everything that I normally do. Um, but yet I just had this deep anxiety in my body, which just you know like suffocated me. Um, it's been a it's been a big week for the books, just because of how difficult it was to get through the first part of the week, where it was just like I don't want to do anything. Like I felt like shaking. I don't want to speak to anyone. Overstimulation essentially is the easiest way I can put it. And I just forgot I should be having my mic on. So bear with me. Tron, you silly goose. How can you forget? Let's get this plugged in here. There we go. Hello. Cool. Let's just put this on. And it's on. Excuse the informalness of today, but I'm not in a serious mood. But the meaning of the topic. What was I talking about before? I was just overstimulated, and I had a lot on my mind and a lot going on, and it just felt, I've been in this deep dark grind. Can you say? I feel like you're gonna hear like a lot of moving around. What's a good way to do this? Apologies. There we go. I just can't move around so much. Cool. Here we go. No, I've been in this deep, dark grind for about 6 months now, where I've like fully like just like changed my whole life routine, and waking up early and all of this and all of that. And it's all starting to come now. It's like the results of that grind is starting to like show itself, and I feel like, as ungrateful as it sounds, it all came in one week, and and it all just like completely overwhelmed me. The repercussions of my own actions just all like fell on top of me, and it's like, yo, this is happening now, and this and this and this, and you remember when you planned this is happening, and this person is waiting for a reply because you guys spoke about this and this, so there was just a lot that was happening, and I just got a bit overwhelmed, but in more of a gratitude perspective and more of a grateful perspective, things happen if you like make a change, which is cool. So now in hindsight, I'm grateful that, all of it's coming. It's just, I've been praying, Lord, show me, Lord, show me if I'm on the right way. And maybe I've been praying for it too much because he showed me. Anyways, you don't find a meaningful life, you design one. I think that's a cool point of reflection to take on for today, because I've searched for meaning all over, through religion and through lifestyle and through whatever and all of that, and even like my current lifestyle. I've been, searching for meaning through, discipline and this and that, and I don't. There are certain parts from all of these aspects that I've taken into my life today, which is what it ensures that meaningfulness in my life, which is what makes my life meaningful today. Now, my point being is, you have to explore life. There's no way that my life would be as meaningful. Excuse me. There's no way that my life would be as meaningful as it is today if I didn't do my explorations. With that being said, there were a lot of mistakes that I made that I probably, wouldn't have taken too much, or I haven't taken too much sort of from it. There's a lot of mistakes that I regret, and that just didn't need to happen for me to know, like you don't have to put your hand in the oven to know that it's warm, that kind of thing. But maybe I did, because maybe there was a part of me that felt like, oh, well, maybe I can push this boundary a little bit and see where it takes me, and it wouldn't take me anywhere. It would take me down, and then, you realize. So there's meaning behind everything, but in order to create a meaningful life, you have to go through all these different parts and take and reflect, and, you design it. It's so cool how everything in life is creative, and people who say, I hate when people say, I'm not a creative person. Because that's not true. Life itself is creative, It's creative to decide what you want to eat. It's creative to, decide what time you want to get up. Even if it's not stretching your creativity, it's creative, to have to make a daily routine, or, what am I doing today? Your creative mind gets triggered when you have to think of questions like that, where you have to come up with things out of thin air. That's creativity, right? So I find that the biggest point where my life turned was when I realized that I am, the designer of my lifestyle. I'm not the designer of my life, because that, all glory to God. But I'm the designer of my lifestyle. I get to choose how I live my day. Like I'm in full control over how I choose to live my day. Again, don't twist my words and don't take them for anything other than they are. I'm saying I'm completely in control for my choices. I'm not completely in control of my day. There's a big difference, because your day can, you don't even know what you'll be doing in an hour from now. You don't even know how your day will look in 5 hours down the line, that kind of thing. But you're completely in control of how to choose to live your day. You're completely in control of how you choose to how you choose to think and how you choose to act. There's no one who has that control over you. But I think that as a person who's living a meaningful life right now, I think the biggest thing that I could probably share from my life is just constantly trying to live in the present. Trying. I don't do it very often, actually. I wish I could say that I'm a person who lives in the present, and I'm but I don't even, monks spend their whole entire life trying to figure out how to live in the present. So I think that, the most meaningful thing, the most the biggest thing that made my life as meaningful as it is trying to live in the present and just trying to like actually understand what I'm doing right now in the moment, and just like this is really nice. I think everyone should do this. It's like a digital journal kind of vibe where I can just like flush out everything in my mind for 15 minutes, and there's people who actually watch it, which is cool. But like I do this completely for my own sake, just to get out what I've got in my head, and to think a little bit, and let my mind wander, which is nice, and it's cool that people can appreciate that. And yeah, that's pretty much how I'd say that. That went relatively quick. So I had another thing that I had here, which is a little bit more of a motivational angle, but your environment is shaping you more than your goals are. Ponder on that one. Why don't you? Your environment is shaping you more than your goals are. That's super true. I had this week, and I'll take it into my own context, into my daily life. This week was hectic. It was wake up, gym, school, work, and I just fell into this stupidly repetitive cycle of like I didn't have time to make food. I was spending way too much money on like food and takeout that I just didn't need to spend money on, and I wasn't cleaning my space. I wasn't keeping my space intentional with keeping it clean. There was even a day that I didn't make my bed. God forbid. The person who preaches, make your bed, make your bed, make your bed, and I stand by it. It's the most important thing of my day is just to make my bed. There's a lot of important stuff, but that's one of the main things is making my bed in the mornings. But your environment shapes you, and I think that's the reason why I felt so anxious is everything was out of place. I didn't know where to go look if I needed my keys or anything like this. Like I was just all over the place, and your goals, sure, they direct you, but they do not shape you. I mean, I'm going through a thing with a friend now where we're trying to, sort of help him live a little bit more of an intentional life. And the first thing that we both came to to terms when you were like, okay, where in your life do you want to fix it? How do you want to, live your life from now on? And the first solution that we came to was clean your area, organize your space. And it's true, your environment shapes you. And I'm not just talking about your physical environment or about your living space, but also like your friends and where you choose to spend your evenings or where you choose to spend your days, or these things shape you so much that I think that's just a nice reminder that your environment shapes you more than your goals do. And your discipline isn't rooted in your goals. Your discipline is rooted in your daily life, which helps me break it down a little bit easier, because for many people, or for myself, matter of fact, when I first started this intentional living journey, for me, my discipline lied in my accomplishments. That's not true. Your discipline doesn't lie in your accomplishments. Your discipline lies in the actions that you do daily. It lies in the actions that sort of you continue to take that next step. It's your left foot goes in front of your right, and then your right foot goes in front of your left. That's the discipline. The discipline isn't in the success. It isn't in the achievements. It isn't in the, this is what I've achieved. It is not your accomplishments. Your discipline is who you are today and how you choose to live your life today. So that's a nice little reminder. Discipline is not, it's like, oh, you live such a disciplined lifestyle. And how do you do that? How do you wake up at 4? It's like, it's not that. It's just the discipline is how you choose to be. It's who you are, and staying true to that. And I'm going to end this off with a little bit of a sort of a Christian perspective, because I feel like it's nice for my Christian followers. And if you're not Christian, you can like hang along, or you can end off now by if that's the case. Live by your words. And that's what Jesus said. It's cool. Today in church service, someone said, Jesus, I'm so grateful you don't say, I'm just playing with you. I'm just messing with you. It's like Jesus promises and he gives, so give yourself that promise in your life to live this lifestyle that you want to live, and chase it and go after it and live it. Stay true to yourself. Your word is the strongest thing that you can have. And
you can keep your word for other people, and that's really good. But can you keep your word for yourself? And that's me. I don't really have too much to say, and I feel like I might be a little bit distracted today. So I hope that something made sense. But I'm gonna go do some yoga and go to the gym. I'm not gonna gym, it's a rest day. But I'm gonna go sit in the sauna and just practice gratitude. So big kisses, stay intentional, make your bed, and just be kind to yourself. Like give yourself what you deserve, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. Peace. See you next week.